we have a white man who is about to win a race. He almost got to the end of the race. The ribbon was almost his. The award was almost his. But he got comfortable. He got so comfortable, he slowed down and started looking at his watch. Because he just assumed that he was going to be the winner of the race. And then all of a sudden, there was a black man. Hats, 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 hats. Started catching up. Hats, 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 hats. Eventually, that black man who was way back there caught up to the white man who just assumed that he was going to be the winner, still looking at his watch, didn't cross the line yet. That black man beat him. That black man surpassed him. And he actually won the race by 2 seconds. Do you want to know what all the major outlets are talking about today? How did the white man lose? Here are the thoughts from the white man who lost. How does it feel, you being a white man losing? Notice I did not say, let's talk to the black man who was able to win the race. Let's talk to the black man that hats, hats, hats and caught up. Let's talk to the winner. No, we would rather hear from the loser. How does it feel losing? Because you as a white man, it should have been yours. And that's what white supremacy is. That's what white privilege is. There's this default that it should have gone to the white man. And if it doesn't go to the white man, what went wrong?
Boy, this photo explains America in a nutshell, because you have a white man who is ahead, doing good, everything is great. He thinks he's doing so good that he's already dancing before the finish line. He already checking his watch. He's already celebrating right before he gets to the finish line. And now he hears everybody cheering. He think all the cheers is for him. But you have a man right behind him working harder, doing more, doing way more, and moving a lot faster. He is running like his life depends on it. And he ends up catching up to said white man. And he ends up passing said white man. And he ends up passing a line before, way before said white man, 2 seconds before exactly. But when they are talking about the race in which the black man has won, Joshua Jackson, you know what they said? They said Joshua Jackson robbed this man of his win. They even said Joshua Jackson snatched the banner out of the hands of this man right here. They even said Joshua Jackson snatched the victory from this man right here. They demonized Joshua Jackson for simply being better. They demonized Joshua Jackson for winning the race because this man was close to the finish line. So instead of highlighting Joshua Jackson's victory, his win, him being ahead, they highlighted the fact that this man was hurt, that he did not win. Congratulations, Joshua Jackson, on being the first. Number one, being the winner of this race.
Imagine thinking that you have won a marathon and you are celebrating, only to lose it at the final seconds. This actually just happened, and it has got the internet talking about it. It has got the internet exploded because it was a black man that won the marathon at the final seconds. The white man was celebrating before reaching the final line, and the black man has to run past him to meet and cross the final line. So drop your thoughts concerning this video in the comment section. Like, share, follow, and subscribe for more updates. You're welcome.
Hey y'all, what's up? Good morning, motherfuckers. Y'all want a good laugh? Watch this. It's the photo finish for me, I promise you. See that right there? It's a perfect example of it is not over until it's over. That man put both of his hands up in celebration of the win. only for the other dude to sprint past his ass and win the race. That is a perfect example of it's not over until it's over.
Lord, I have been summoned. Apparently there's an F5 level moment that needs my immediate attention. Watch this. Bruh, now where you get all that gas at the end of the race? This joker's sprinting like he running at 200. He had a reservoir of energy reserved for such a time as this. Yeah, go on, put your hands down, because you ain't celebrating nothing but second place. And in the words of Ricky Bobby, if you ain't first, you're last. Now cue the music. Another satisfying race moment. Moral of the story, in the words of the late great Black Mamba Kobe Bean Bryant,
Job's not finished. Job finished? No, I don't think so.
Stop celebrating early.
2 for 1.
Huh?
Give him that 2 for 1.
Man, they done scroll.
Man, give him a chance.
Don't nobody stay for the end credits.
I bet a buck some of them still in there.
Well, alright, well, for those of y'all that are still here, did y'all know they flew Sha'Carri all the way to Australia so she could prove how much more of a superior athlete she was? They had up to a 10-meter lead, and she still won.
That man at that race did not get a victory taken away from him. He lost. Yes, he put his all into it, and so did that man that was hustling and bustling to get to the finish line before him. So yeah, it wasn't a devastating loss. It wasn't none of that. You lost. Have y'all never read the story of the tortoise and the hare? Y'all have never read it. Don't celebrate too soon. Okay, that's it. That's all. Because I'm not even gonna say that because we talk about me race baiting. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. Just know. Okay, you feel me? Yeah, it was not a devastating loss. The race ends when someone gets past the finish line. And the winner is the one that gets past the finish line the fastest. So that's what happened.
Did you see that man in Delaware at the marathon who sprinted to the finish line and ended up coming in first when the guy who ended up coming in second was already like celebrating and coming into the finish line and thought he won? That to me, I feel bad for the guy who thought he was going to be first, but at the same time, it like just goes to show that you cannot have any expectations about what other people are going to do. Like that's the one thing in life you cannot control. That is other people. And it's keeping your mindset to the way that it needs to be fine-tuned so that you don't let anything, you eliminate all possibilities of not winning. But when I think about it, it's so funny because the expression is this is a marathon, not a sprint, right? You hear it all the time in work. This is a marathon, not a sprint. We just take it easy. It's step by step. It's not going to happen overnight. Well, somebody said this is a marathon and a sprint.
I can't tell you how many times I tell people this over and over again. Never celebrate until the job is complete or the victory is secured. And why do I say that? Because this man right here, running in the Delaware Marathon, thought he had it in the bag. He was about to cross the finish line when all of a sudden, this happened. Take a look at this. Watch this. Look at that man right there. Pouring it on. There's the guy right there about to celebrate. Watch. Yeah, I got this. Boom. Snatched right out of his hand. Unbelievable. I don't think he believes what the heck just happened. Unbelievable. Look at that right there. Incredible. Just an unbelievable finish to that marathon in Delaware. This individual right here was fist pumping away. I'm in, I got this, ready to celebrate, without finishing the race. And all of a sudden, you saw it with your own eyes, sprinted, took control, took charge, and won the marathon. Congratulations to him. Let this be a lesson to everyone out there. Never celebrate early until the victory is secured or the job is done. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments, and as always, I'd love to hear from you.
There's a preacher right now getting his sermon ready for Sunday based off this picture right now, because there's a sermon, a message from this picture. Now, if you don't know what happened, right, there was a marathon in Delaware, right? They had this man, this white man by the name of Carson Melo. He was winning, so he thought he was winning, right? He was getting towards the finish line, right? He thought he had it in the bag, so he started to jog a little bit. He started to get, a little bit dip on his chip, He started to celebrate, but little did he know he had Joshua Jackson back there jetting, right? Had his eye on the finish line. And at the last minute, Joshua Jackson overtook Carson. See, this is what happened when you get a little bit too comfortable, right? You can't get too comfortable because you never know who's in the back that's lurking, ready to take your spot. The visual representation of thinking that something is yours. So you get complacent. You don't want to stay consistent. You don't want to work hard for it anymore because you think it's already yours. But there's somebody behind you who's willing to put in the work, who's willing to stay consistent, who willing to do all the work and come and take it from you. That's somebody gonna preach that on Sunday.
My question is, if Joshua Jackson, the black guy who passed the white guy who was almost at the end of the race but slowed down, and the black guy ran and passed him and won the race, if the black guy who won the race was a white guy, would it not matter that he came and he ran the race, won the race with someone who had slowed down before reaching the end of the race? Would it not matter if this was a white guy? I am telling you, people are so petty, people are so angry, people are so bitter. Like, you all have nothing else to do. This was a lesson for people to learn that until you are at the finish line, no matter what you do before you reach there, it's not valuable until you reach the finish line. That was a lesson for you to go home, get it in your head, tell it to your kids so that people learn from this. No, but instead, here we go again. Another reason to involve color in talking bullcrap. How the race was snatched from him. What did Jackson snatch? What did he snatch from him? He won the race fair and square.
At the Delaware Marathon Running Festival, a dramatic moment shocked spectators and everybody online watching it because it went viral. One runner named Carson Melo was leading the race and he began celebrating before reaching the final finishing line. But what happened was something short of spectacle because everybody was surprised how a black man named Joshua Jackson sprinted past him in the last moment and snatched the victory right at the finish line. And this got everybody talking about it, that the blacks always have a winning mindset, never to give up at any cost. This white man was celebrating before winning. He was celebrating too early. He was celebrating before reaching the final line, and without knowing that the black man who has this positive mindset, who is very optimistic, even at the last second to win the race, sprinted past him and finished the finish line. So drop your thoughts concerning this particular topic in the comment section. Like, share, follow, and subscribe for more updates and video coming up this channel. You're welcome.